হ্যাঁ, বুঝছি, সাউন্ড চলে যাচ্ছে তো। হ্যাঁ, লাইভ কোন আমার রিপিট হবে, এটা রিপিট হবে। সাউন্ডের কোনো সাউন্ডটা ওকে আছে।
সাউন্ড চাচ্ছি, যেসব সাউন্ড পাচ্ছি On behalf of Adamas International School, it gives me great pleasure to extend a very warm welcome to all our viewers to our School Fest Adaxenia 2021. It is in our darkest hours that we may discover the true strength of the guiding light within ourselves that can never be dimmed. And perhaps our student community is the brightest light that has persevered through these challenging times and through creativity and innovation came to terms with the new normal. Adaxenia 2021 is a celebration of their indomitable spirit and acts as a platform to recognize the talent and effort put in by students of 13 different schools across 8 mega events. So let us raise the curtains and begin our fest with the inaugural address by the principal of Adamas International School, Mrs. Mitra Sinha Roy.
Warm greetings of the day from Adamas International School. It gives me great pleasure to present to you Adaxenia 2021, although in the virtual mode. We at Adamas decided that this gloom and despair all around could not really keep us down. So the teachers and students of Adamas International School decided to break through, and their indomitable spirits surfaced once again, and that resulted in Adaxenia 2021, which is our inter-school fest, which we hold every alternate year. Adaxenia is not only a platform for competition, it is a platform for friendship, to build bridges, to extend a hand of cooperation and collaboration to the larger school community outside Adamas. It is a platform where the students showcase their talent, their creativity, express their joy, their innovative minds, and their boundless energy. So sit back and enjoy the first 2 performances of Adaxenia 2021, and I hope you enjoy your day. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now we begin our fest with an inaugural dance followed by a band performance by the students of Adamas International School.
मधुरा मुरती मनोहरयति तुह मम परमारतान मनोहरति तुह मम परमरतान
मधुरमूर्ति मनोहरति तुह मम परमरतान आजत बंसी पंचमरागे तब गुण करत बयान
अपरूपमूर्ति ऐछन तोहरी अपरूपमूर्ति ऐछन तोहरी सुरगुनि मनस बिहारी पुलकित हृदय दर्श परश लगी तनु मन सकल विभोर
मधुरमूर्ति मनोहरति तुह मम परमरतान
तिटदा तिकडदा दा दा तिकडदा दा दा तिकड तिकड दा दा
Once upon a younger year, all the shadows disappeared. The animals since I came out of play. Face to face with all our fears and learned our lessons through the tears. My memories and knew we never fade. One day my father, he told me, son, don't let it slip away. He took me in his arms, I heard him say, when you get older, your wild heart will live for younger days. Think of me whenever you're afraid. He said one day we'll leave this world behind, so live a life you will remember. My father told me when I was just a child, these are the nights that never die. He said one day we'll leave this world behind, so live a life we will remember. My father told me when I was just a child, these are the nights that never die. धुआं छटा खुला गगन मेरा, नई डगर नया सफर मेरा, जो बन सके तू हम सफर मेरा, नजर मिला जरा इलाही मेरा जी आए आए, इलाही मेरा जी आए आए। शामें मलंग सी, रातें सुरंग सी, बागी उड़ान पे ही ना जाने क्यों इलाही मेरा जी आए आए, इलाही मेरा जी
Since the fest is being conducted on a virtual platform, all the participating schools had sent in the videos of their performances beforehand. The judges have selected the winner and runner-up for each event, the videos for which will be streamed today in that order.
A very good morning to everyone. Firstly, I welcome each one of you to this melodious event of Adaxenia 2021, that is Ada Voice. There's a saying that songs are not just a variation of cadence, but it's an expression. It's a collection of memories, feelings and emotions which can make even the saddest person on earth dance with joy. Sometimes where money cannot do the work of buying happiness, songs do that work. We were privileged to have Mr. Chirantan Banerjee as the judge for today's singing event. Born in Calcutta, Chirantan Banerjee is a famous Indian playback singer. He was one of the top finalists in Zee Bangla's Saregama. He has worked in many films, starting his career with Arshinapur, and till date continues to lend his voice in various films and compose tracks for films which are widely appreciated by the audiences. The theme of the music competition being the legendary Satyajit Ray. Be ready to witness the haunting and soul-stirring music of Ray, which creates harmonious ripples even today.
মহারাজা তোমারি শিলাম 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 মোরা বাংলাদেশের থেকে মোরা বাংলাদেশের থেকে সেই ভাষাতেই করি গান মোরা সেই ভাষাতেই করি গান রাজা শোনো ভরে মনোপ্রাণ রাজা শোনো ভরে মনোপ্রাণ এই যে সুরেরই ভাষা ছন্দেরই ভাষা তালেরই ভাষা নন্দেরই ভাষা ভাষা এমন কথা বলে বোঝে রে সকলে করোনা কোরাগ মামা তুমি যে ঘরে কে তা জানতো তুমি যে ঘরে কে তা জানতো তুমি ঘরে ঘরে এ ঘরে তুমি যে যে বিনা মেঘে পড়ে বাজ, এ যে বিনা মেঘে পড়ে বাজ, বিনা মেঘে পড়ে বাজ, বিনা মেঘে পড়ে বাজ, কেচে বুঝি গেল কাজ, গেল কাজ কেচে, কেচে গেল কাজ, কেচে কেচে, এ যে বিনা মেঘে পড়ে বাজ, কেচে বুঝি গেল কাজ। দয়া করে থাকো এ শান্ত মামা, কে বা জানতো তুমি যে ঘরে কে তা জানতো, তুমি যে ঘরে কে তা জানতো। যদি ঘাড়ে এসে বাবা, যদি ঘাড়ে এসে পড়ে পড়ে, যদি ঘাড়ে এসে পড়ে থাবা, ঘাড়ে এসে পড়ে থাবা বাবা, থাবা বাবা, বাবা রে, যদি ঘাড়ে এসে পড়ে থাবা, কি হবে তা জানি বাবা, হারা যাবে তাজা দুটি প্রান্ত, হায় হায় দুটি তাজা প্রাণ, আহা দুটি তাজা প্রাণ যাবে হারা, আহারে হারা জানি, হারা যাবে তাজা দুটি প্রান্ত, তুমি যে ঘরে কে তা জানতো, তুমি যে ঘরে কে তা জানতো। বাঘাদা বাঘাদা বলি, হীরা নিলে কত শুনি, বাঘাদা হীরা নিলে কত শুনি, সময় কি আছে যে গুনি, তবু কত শুনি, নিয়েছি যথেষ্ট, তবে আর নিয়ে কাম নাই, আর নিয়ে কাম নাই, এবারে চলো পালাই, এবারে চলো পালাই, বড় কষ্টে পাওয়া গেছে কেষ্ট, বড় কষ্টে পাওয়া গেছে কেষ্ট, যথেষ্ট যথেষ্ট।
Hello everyone, this is Chirantan Banerjee, singer composer from Kolkata. Thank you so very much for giving me this opportunity of judging this event called Add a Voice under Adaxenia 2021. I am so happy and glad to be a part of this wonderful fest. And you people have been just brilliant, and trust me, the 12 participants who have been a part of the Add a Voice have been wonderful. You have given your best, and which is the main thing, and you all are winners. So, but in a competition, as you know, that there are few rules and regulations on which, few criterias on which we actually judge that whether that person should get the first or the second place. So there has been few of the criterias like pitch, there was rhythm, there was diction, there was race style, and your own interpretation. So it is so important for all the singers out there who are trying to become singers or taking it professionally down the line. You all have to understand this thing, that you all have to have your own interpretation of the song. So how you want to design it, what will be your expressions, and how well you can actually express yourself through that song. So with all these criteria in hand, I have finally selected the top two, and so as is a part of the competition, you know that I have to make someone a winner or a runner-up. But I'm so glad and excited that all of you are so wonderful. You have given best to your art, and keep doing good in your life, and I am always there to guide you, all of you, and always there so that if you want to join my academy, that is Chirantan Music Academy, you can also join there and hone your skills of music. So thank you so very much, and thank you so much, Adamus, for making me the judge of this event, and I'm really so much glad. So thank you so much, all of you, and do best in your life. Best of luck from my side. Thank you so very much.
Almost all of us have watched Disney Pixar's famous animated film, Ratatouille. And I'm sure we all remember Chef Gusteau's famous words in this film, "Anyone can cook." Now in recent times, the new normal as we most call it, these famous words have made more sense than ever. Somewhere amidst all our struggles, the cravings of the palate had taken a back seat. A fancy meal was probably the last thing on any of our minds. But we human beings have never backed down during tough times, have we? A lot of us had put on our chef hats to treat ourselves and our loved ones. Our kitchens had witnessed quite a few experiments as we tried out new ideas and new flavors, starting from simple or complicated dishes to even the dalgona coffee. So keeping that in mind, we bring to you what we call Adanosh, a non-fire cooking event where all our participants will display their culinary skills by making some mouth-watering delicacies with leftover food. We are very fortunate to have with us Mr. Aurobindo Seth as the judge of this event. Rustling up a storm in kitchen for over 2 decades now, Mr. Aurobindo Seth is currently employed as executive chef at Fairfield by Marriott Kolkata. By dint of his exclusive creativity and experience with top hospitality brands, this master chef has become an indispensable asset in the industry for his inventive take on modern soul food as well as comfort classics. So without further ado, let's dig in.
Hello everyone, I am Shubh Khatri from Don Bosco School, Vandal, and today I am going to make a very delicious dish named Crunchy Munchy Bites for you. The best part about this dish is that it is made from the leftover food from last night's dinner, and this dish can be enjoyed by all age groups. This dish is made mostly during the rainy seasons, and believe me, this is a super easy dish. Now let me show you the ingredients which are used to make this dish. Chopped carrots, capsicum, corn, cheese, mayo dip, onion, carrot, cucumber, all-purpose flour, corn flour, coriander leaves, leftover chapati, and leftover aloo ki sabji. Now let me start making my dish. At first you have to take the leftover aloo ki sabji in a bowl. Now you have to add the chopped carrots, capsicum, a little bit of corn, cheese, spices. You can add salt, and now you have to mash it. After mashing it, you have to spread this mixture in your leftover chapati. Now you have to roll this chapati and cut it into small pieces. I'll be making one more roll. You can make as many as you want. After making this roll, I will again cut it into small pieces. After cutting it into small pieces, you can keep it aside. Now we will be making our batter, but before making it, you make sure that you switch on your induction into low medium flame so that the oil can heat. For making the batter, you have to add 2 tablespoons of corn flour. You can add more if you want to make it more in quantity, and if you are adding 2 spoons of corn flour, you have to add 3 spoons of flour, all purpose flour. Now you can add salt, and some more spices if you want. Now you can add a little bit of cheese. And now you can make the batter by adding water in it. Make sure at first you don't add a lot of water in the batter, because if you add more water, it will be very loose. So try to make it not loose, neither too hard. Now my batter is ready. Now I will be frying my rolls which I have cut it into small pieces. Before frying, you have to dip the rolls inside the batter and then put it in the oil. You can make as many as you want. Alternatives such as besan can also be used to make this batter. Now I'll be frying it. Fry it until it is light brown in color. My frying is done. Now I'll be taking it out. Now I'll be cleaning my face. Now I'll be starting my plating. My dish, Crunchy Munchy Bites, is ready. I hope you like the concept and I recommend you to try this once at home because believe it, it's super easy. Thank you.
Warm greetings to everyone present out there. I am Astha Jain representing St. Helens School in Food Fiesta. Firstly, I'm heating a leftover roti till it's crisp. I heated the roti for about 1.5 minutes in the oven. Next, I'm using 1.5 cup of a regular milk and heating it till it's warm. I'm stirring it so that it doesn't get stuck or burn at the surface. To the milk, I am adding a few tablespoons of boiled rice which was left over from last night. I'm stirring the milk so that the rice doesn't get stuck at the surface. Adjusting to the temperature to make sure that the rice is not overcooked as well as the milk becomes creamier gradually. I'm stirring the rice so that it doesn't get stuck or burn at the surface. To make sure that the roti is crisp both the sides while served, I just flip the roti and put it in the oven for 30 more seconds. Leaving the rice to cook in the milk, I just went to slice the mangoes which will further be used in our recipe. Washing my hands, I take out the crisp roti and put it to cool down. Stirring the rice, I just start whisking the mangoes so that it becomes pulpy. I don't want to reduce the texture of the mango as well as I don't want it to be juicy. I keep stirring the milk and rice after a few intervals to make sure that the rice doesn't get burnt. As you can see, my mango is almost peeled. I just wash my hands and go back to studying my dessert. Moving forward, I take a glass bowl and put 2.5 tablespoons of sugar in it. I add a few drops of water to make sure that the sugar syrup is perfect in consistency. I keep that bowl in the oven to heat and wait for the sugar to melt. It was in the oven for about 40 seconds. As you can see, the sugar syrup isn't ready. So I just whisked it for a while and kept it back in the oven for more 30 seconds. Now I'm adding 3 tablespoons of sugar in my dessert. I stir the dessert to make sure that the sugar isn't stuck and melts quickly. The sugar syrup is ready now. The sugar has completely melted and taken a form of a syrup. Now whisking it further, I put it onto the crisp roti which I made at the beginning. Not to forget, I stirred the rice and the milk so that it doesn't get stuck. Now getting back to the mushy mangoes, I just whisked it again so that the juice doesn't get poured before the chunks. Making sure the mango is pulpy, I poured it into my dessert. Look how beautiful the color has come by adding the mangoes. After stirring it for a while, I whisk it to make sure that nothing is stuck on the surface. I add cardamom seeds and peel to add flavor and fragrance to my dessert. Stirring it further, we want the consistency of the milk to get thicker. Till the milk gets creamier, I'm taking out another plate to chop a few dry fruits such as cashews, almonds, and raisins. The amount of dry fruits used here is very less, just to add flavor and texture to our dessert. I'm cutting the dry fruits into a few pieces so that they add more texture to our dessert. Gathering it all in a bowl, we move further. I adjust to the temperature of the induction to get the perfect consistency of our dessert. Now add a pinch of salt to balance the sweetness and to give it a lot more flavor than it already has. Moving forward, I added the chopped dry fruits. After stirring it for a while, I served it hot in a rectangular plate. After putting the dessert on the plate, I garnished it with a slice of mango and the crisp sweet roti that we made. Topping with a few of dry. Last but not the least, we add the cardamom seeds to add fragrance and flavor to our dessert. I have named this dessert mango cremelato as because it has fresh mango taste and the creamy texture of the milk. Thank you.
The people watching this live stream, parents, teachers, participants, and adults of varying ages, they all have one thing in common. In one point of our life, we all have had an internal monologue, whether it be with our imaginary childhood superhero or receiving a fictional Nobel or Oscar. With Instagram Reels popularizing the art of mono act in the lockdown period, Adaxenia brings forth a platform for you to realize your dreams. The event was judged by none other than Biplab Bandyopadhyay, an actor, director, and playwright in theatre, television, and film based in Kolkata. He's one of the founders of the theatre group based in Kolkata, Pratsho. In the year 2001, he received the Best Actor Award from the Cultural Department of the Government of West Bengal and Shamol Sen Smriti Samman for his major contribution in the field of Bengali theatre. The theme for Ada Act is your childhood superhero in 2021 or aspiration. So, lights, camera, action, let the drama begin.
बोलो के मुंह हमने सुनी कहानी थी, खूब लड़ी मर्दानी वो तो झांसी वाली रानी थी। बुंदले हर बोलो के मुंह हमने सुनी कहानी थी, खूब लड़ी मर्दानी वो तो खांसी वाली रानी, खूब लड़ी मर्दानी खांसी वाली। अरे ये क्या पढ़ी है लड़की? हाँ हाँ वो जो झांसी वाली रानी थी। धैर, इस तरह रट्टा मारकर क्या होगा? 100 पन्ने हिस्ट्री के पढ़कर कौन महापुरुष बना है? उफ, इस तरह से पढ़ने का और मन नहीं करता। कितना अच्छा लगता था जब क्लास में शरारत करते करते और टीचर की डांट खाते खाते पढ़ती थी। सब कुछ कितनी आसानी से याद हो जाता था। अब पढ़ाई तो वैसी रही नहीं, पर हाँ, मम्मी पापा के सवाल वही रह गए हैं कि बेटी क्या बनना है बड़े होकर। अब क्या कहूँ कि क्या बनना है? किसी विषय में तो मन लगता नहीं, और बिना विषयों के मैं अपने एम्बिशन को कोई नाम कैसे दूं? पर कहना चाहती हूँ कि मम्मी पापा, मैं रानी लक्ष्मीबाई बनना चाहती हूँ। मम्मी बोलेगी, क्या? लगता है बेटी का दिमाग ही खराब हो गया घर बैठे बैठे। नहीं माँ, खराब नहीं, सवार रही हूँ खुद को। बताना चाहती हूँ कि क्या है मेरी आकांक्षा, क्या कुछ में है मेरी रुचि। जब रटती हूँ खूब लड़ी मर्दानी वो तो झांसी वाली, तब उसका नाम भी याद रहता है मुझे, लक्ष्मीबाई। हाँ, क्या थी वह? घुड़सवारी, तलवारबाजी, व्यूह रचना, सैन्य योजना, क्या नहीं जानती थी। सबने जरूर सोच रखा था कि लड़की है तो शादी करके गृहस्थी संभालेगी, और क्या। पर दिखा दिया उसने कि औरत सिर्फ वंश बढ़ाना नहीं, किसी का वंश मिटा भी सकती है। आनंद राव को गोदी में लिए सिर्फ चंदा है तू, मेरा सूरज है तू करती रहती तो आज न मैं झांसी वाली कहती न खांसी वाली। माँ, तुम कहोगी बड़ी बड़ी बातें। हाँ माँ, बड़ी हो गई हूँ। सोचो कितना कुछ है करने को आज दुनिया में। क्या पता जब मैं और बड़ी हो जाऊंगी तब दुनिया में क्या चलेगा। माँ, हिम्मत रखना चाहती हूँ, लोगों का भला करना चाहती हूँ, समाज को दिशा दिखाना चाहती हूँ, बुरे को सुधारना चाहती हूँ, जाने अनजाने दुश्मनों को मिटाना चाहती हूँ। माँ, मैं रानी लक्ष्मीबाई बनना चाहती हूँ।
আমি হীরক রাজা। বয়স হয়েছে অনেক, কিন্তু মনটা যে এখনো তাজা। কি আনন্দ, কি আনন্দ, স্কুল কলেজ সব বন্ধ। এটাই তো বারবার বলেছিলাম, পড়াশোনা করে যে গাড়ি চাপা পড়ে সে, এটাই তো দেখতে আসা। আরে লাগছে বড় খাসা। বলো কি মন্ত্রী, তোমার আছে দেখি মাথার কেমন যন্ত্রী?
আগে মহারাজ, সব কিছুতে গন্ডগোল, বদল ঘটেছে,
সব দামাদোল। কিন্তু মহারাজ, একটা কথা বললে আপনার বাড়বে বুকের ব্যথা। শিক্ষককে বন্দি করে ভেবেছিলে শিক্ষা দেশ ছেড়ে যাবে? এখন দেখুন দেখি, শিক্ষকরা কি দিচ্ছে ফাঁকি, ঘরে বসেই হচ্ছে পড়া। একেই বলে নতুন দেশ গড়া। আরে থামো থামো, সবই জানি, চাকরি নেই তাও মানি, পথে পথে আন্দোলন, এদের কি মগজ জ্বলায় বারণ। আর এই স্বর্গে কি যে হচ্ছে, ওভার পপুলেশন, দম বন্ধ হয়ে যাচ্ছে। আর ইন্ডা বেটা আছে মতলব, আমার দলের লোককে নিজের করবে সব। এই নিয়েই আমি বড়ই হতাশ, মরতে এসেছি নিতে মুক্ত বাতাস। আসল কথা বলি তবে, অনলাইন যে কি কি যে কবে শুনেছি ঘরবন্দি নাকি কিছুই নয়, শপিং হপিং কাজকর্ম সবই নাকি এখানেই হয়। তাই তো মন্ত্রী গড় নতুন করে মগজ ধোলাই অনলাইন দাও বাজারে ছেড়ে। গুগল মিট, জুম, স্কাইপ, স্বর্গে গেলে নেবে হাইপ। অনলাইনে মিটিং হবে, সঙ্গে সুমন তুমি হবে। আমি আর ইন্দ্র থাকবো না হয়, উন্নয়নের কথা বলবো কি ভয়। রবি ঠাকুরের গান হবে, উর্বশী নাচ টাচ হবে। এ যে দারুণ ব্যাপার মহারাজ। চলো চলো মন্ত্রী, রওনা দি। আর অনলাইন মন্ত্র নেই। প্রণাম বাবা ভার্চুয়াল, ক্যা কমাল ক্যা কমাল। প্রণাম বাবা ভার্চুয়াল, ক্যা কমাল। হে
Art can be synonymous to creativity or imagination. It has the power to transform, to illuminate, to educate, motivate, and inspire all human beings. Art is something that makes you breathe a different kind of happiness. And as very rightly quoted by Pablo Picasso, art is the light that enables us to realize the truth. So let us take things up by a notch today and have our contestants compete against each other to see who the best cartoonist is. This brings us to our next event, Adaxenia, where our contestants have been provided with one piece of comic strip and they have to draw 2 more comic strips following what happens in the first strip. Now before we proceed with our event, I would like to introduce our judge for the day. Today we have with us Mr. Swapun Roy. He is a spiritually devoted person and through his art he wants to propagate peace in this world full of terror and violence. He has had several exhibitions, including 4 exhibitions in Kolkata and Delhi and over 100 exhibitions all over India and world. He has won several awards including the Art Maestro Award, Dr. Rajendra Prasad Award, State Award from Profullo Art Foundation and so on. Today's art event had already been considered as a live event and held on 3rd of August. So today we will be presenting you the 2 best comic strips chosen by our judge himself. So what are we waiting for? Come with me as we dive into the world of comics. Let us begin.
Greetings everyone. Welcome to Adavision. This is a platform that Adamus International School provides to you to put forth your vision towards the future of India. When this union secretaries meet, each participant has been given one ministry where they represent themselves as the secretary of that ministry. There have been various hardships that have been faced by the governments due to the arrival of the uninvited COVID-19. Hence, we would like to hear what the young India thinks should be the roadmap forward to deal with the post-COVID situation. We were also privileged to have among us Mr. Tanishq Gedam, who was the judge for this event. He is a final year political science honours student at Hindu College, University of Delhi. He is also currently serving as the president of the caucus, which is the discussion forum of the Hindu College. He is also the founder of the Probe, which is a college magazine. We are sure that each and every secretary will portray themselves as true diplomats, and we wish them all the good luck to showcase their talent. Thank you.
Hello, I am Aritra Gupta, participating in the Adavision event of Adaxenia competition organized by Adamus University. The ministry allocated to me is Ministry of Science and Technology and would speak about the same. Namaste and greetings of the day. It gives me a great pleasure to represent Ministry of Science and Technology and deliver my take on the way our nation is going to deal with the prevailing situations and the post-pandemic issues. The deadly COVID-19 pandemic has left an inevitable change in our day-to-day life. But herein, where science and technology has helped us to combat it swiftly, be it the health emergency issues, quality healthcare, telemedicine for rural villages, online education, or be it work from home. Everything rose from science and technology. Therefore, our vision aims at making a globally competitive research, innovation, and scientific-aware country by 2030. Our goals and objectives in this glorious path include to make India a global player for the deployment and development of new and emerging technologies, such as the artificial intelligence, machine learning, automated communication networks, and others. Also, we look forward to enhance Indian education and research structure in terms of science and technology through various skills, modern labs, and peer collaborative patterns for the scholars. Some of our initiatives include the Diksha and the Vidyadan portal and the ePathshala app for the students. We are looking forward to advance the health sector by introduction of special scholarships in health and its kind education. To effort in developing digital government, office work through the contribution of science and technology, developing Indian-made softwares to solve day-to-day life problems. Lastly, we are looking to encourage more tech startups in the country by providing them extra facilities and maintaining an advanced security system in the country to prevent data leaks. And one of our breakthrough program will be the assigning of a health emergency team that would work according to any health emergency situation, thus becoming more prepared for the coming pandemics. We will put more emphasis on penetrating the bliss of modern medical communication, academics, agriculture, and other domains of science and technology to the people of rural and semi-urban segments where majority of our nation exists. So we would like to take all these initiatives to build up a strong, educated, and healthy rural India. Post-COVID situation has taught us a lot to impart proper medical, academic, and other essential facilities without the scope of enough physical interventions. These were our roadmaps for the future, which will revive India and make it a global, scientific, and technological power. Thank you.
Greetings everyone. This is Soham Datta, the Foreign Secretary for the Ministry of External Affairs. The pandemic has greatly changed our entire world. Thus, the ministry believes we must change our geopolitical and foreign policy perspectives as well. The ministry considers vaccine diplomacy to be the cornerstone for India's foreign policy future. We've already sent out some 10 million vaccine doses to other countries, and we should continue to pursue this path in the future as well. However, we must vaccinate our own population before we start sending out vaccines to other countries. While giving out vaccines, our primary focus should be on those countries which are either in midst of a conflict or are suffering from severe humanitarian crisis. We should also shift our focus on our embassies where our officials are tirelessly working. We have to ensure that these people are double jabbed by all means. As in for international relations, Russia has a huge role to play over here. We've already acquired some 5.56 tons of Sputnik V doses from Russia, and now we must work towards obtaining the licensing for the same so that we could produce them in our own country and redistribute at a cheaper rate. The ministry considers Russia to be an important defense partner in such turbulent economic times. Russian made defense equipments are much affordable as compared to their Western counterparts. Further, we should bolster our ties with the US, Australia, and Japan in the Quad formation. The Quad is the future for India's dominance in the Indo Pacific region. For China, it is advisable to pursue a policy of strategy and diplomacy. This is to be pursued at all levels, be it the United Nations, the SCO, or the RIC trilateral meet. We must keep our neighbors, namely Bangladesh and Nepal, close by. These countries have been of strategic importance since our independence. India must closely monitor the US withdrawal from Afghanistan and the sudden proactiveness of Taliban in certain districts. This could adversely affect India in a lot of ways. We are and we will continue to engage with all the stakeholders to ensure a peaceful and a stable environment in Afghanistan. When it comes to the Middle East, it's time that we step up our game. We know that the JCPOA or the Iran nuclear deal is being brought back into action. It is high time that we emerge as a mediating force between the conflicted parties. As in for the Israel-Palestine conflict, we should continue to support the two-state solution as it is the only viable means to peace. We intend to become a crucial part of a post-pandemic supply chain. We are also eager to work with like-minded countries when it comes to data-driven technologies and development. With that being said, the Foreign Secretary for the Ministry of External Affairs concludes his speech. Thank you.
Hello everyone. My name is Tanish and I am a final year student of Hindu College, University of Delhi. I am currently pursuing an honors degree in political science. At the outset, I want to thank the entire faculty as well as students of Adamus International School for giving me this great opportunity as a judge of this prestigious competition, which saw participation from the best schools of Calcutta. It has indeed been an honor to hear young minds speak about topics that involve public policy as a major element. So, heartiest congratulations to all the winners. For those who could not make the cut this time, uh, all that I want to say and something that I have believed for a long time is that while winning is not important, wanting to win and having the mindset to win is. So, for all your future endeavors and for all your future studies and everything else in life, I wish you all the very best. As this competition revolved around the discipline of public policy, one of the first principles of public policy is a cost benefit analysis of the proposed policy. And it was indeed really great to hear out young minds speak about issues like this. But what struck me the most was that many candidates also undertook this principle very seriously and implemented a cost benefit analysis in the policies which they proposed. Once again, I would want to thank everyone who participated and I wish everyone all the best. And that would be all from my side. Congratulations and all the best to you guys.
What's the most annoying thing that you can come across while surfing through any piece of media? Yes, it's the advertisements. Those long video clips which always interrupt our favorite shows to show us somewhat relatable and realistic situations in order to convince us to buy or avail whatever they're trying to sell. It's a simple strategy, really, but quite effective. These advertisements always have one thing in common, which being they always try to show us things which we need right now. For example, that one hair conditioner which also acts as a shampoo, or an app which can help entrepreneurs create their own jobs and websites. But what about the future? What about in the year, say, 2050? With the rapid advancement of the human civilization, evolution of artificial intelligence, and various new kinds of technologies popping up here and there has to be that one object which is going to be of the utmost importance to the people of 2050. Keeping that in mind, we bring to you Adavert, where students have created their own marketing plans with fully fledged creative campaigns. Together, we are going to see what they have come up with, their interesting advertisements, with esteemed Sujata Seth Saubhagya from the Good Image Agency as our respected judge for today. So, let's dive in, shall we?
Sir, are you frustrated with the expensive lens bill every 6 months? Ma'am, are you not being able to run fast because you are scared that your expensive specs are going to fall and break? Sir, are you tired of bumping into things every night in the dark? Is your computer screen burning your eyes? Irritated with your glasses getting fogged up every time you come out of an air-conditioned room? Does power cuts disturb your reading time? I have a solution for all of you. I introduce to you Itacle, the smart specs. The first ever specs that has balanced armature so that you can run carefree. Has night vision mode so that you can see in the dark. Can automatically adjust your eye's power so that you don't have to spend on lenses every 6 months. Has anti-fogging feature, automatic screen protection mode, and inbuilt reading light. Isn't it fantastic? Itacle. Now with the added feature of a projection mode.
The students of Adamas International School is presenting to you our creation Brainsy, a revolutionary communication, which is specially devised for one of the most common problems which will be faced by the human civilization during 2050, that is mental health illnesses. We recommend AI bots as part of a comprehensive tech-enabled toolkit to bridge patients during difficult periods between appointments with a live therapist. Lights, camera, and action.
In 2050, around 152 million people are expected to suffer from various mental health illnesses due to increased workspace stress, anxiety, and burnout. With the lack of mental health professionals and social workers, the mental health epidemic will take a toll on people's lives.
You are such an attention seeker. बहुत नाशुक्री हो, हर चीज तो है तुम्हारे पास. Man up, dude. अपने आप को नुकसान पहुंचाने से मसला हल नहीं होगा. ड्रामे नहीं करो.
Depression and mental anxiety are growing problems.
But they are largely ignored.
Yet there is not a single way to know if someone is suffering from depression or having suicidal thoughts. We must spot some signs earlier.
Being locked up in a room.
Often becoming frustrated or angry.
Avoiding family and friends.
Watch out when they say, I can't live anymore. Nobody understands me. I'm a burden to my family. I'm worthless.
The best way to help the people experiencing mental distress is by talking to them.
Encourage them to be open about their feelings.
But what do we do to find the support which serves as a supplement to the therapist's care?
I'm working 24/7. I'm tired. Fed up of this monotonous life. I can't really feel any emotions these days. Wait, something's just popping up in our WhatsApp group. Let's just check what's that. been recently feeling that I just failed in life. And the feeling is so strong that I could just literally cry over it. Though none of it makes any sense.
Of course you do make sense. And that's normal, to grieve for the lost sense of having an important mission and for feeling euphoric at times.
I want to go back to what I was like earlier. I want my thing back. I have been trying very hard to cope up with this depressing feeling lately.
I know how courageous you have been in this struggle. You are just where you should be. You haven't failed, you've gone through the valley of the shadow of death, and you are recovering. I admire your courage, honesty, and determination. Let's keep talking about all the things that come up, however irrational they may seem.
You know, I feel so relaxed now. Thank you so much for making me feel safe sharing my things with you.
You're welcome. Come, let's have a meditation session together.
Let's go, partner.
Who knows about your inner life better, your therapist or your phone? One of the recent surveys suggests that most of the people prefer to talk to an AI program about the mental health struggles. But what do we do to find a support which serves as a supplement to the therapist's care? This is why we have devised one of the first chatbots, the ingenious Brainsy, which specializes in the teletherapy for the patient seeking help. Brainsy is equipped with human emotions, which makes it different from all the other products available in the market. It provides facilities including self-service access to health resources, on-demand counseling services. Next is access to wellness and meditation apps and chatbots to answer the health-related questions. Oh no, I'm running out of my self-love time. My companion Brainsy must be missing.
Brainsy is missing you.
Yes, I'm coming.
Welcome to the world of Brainsy, a revolution in communication.
Hi, I'm Sujata Seth, and I've been privileged to the film submitted by the students, and I am amazed at the variety of the subjects chosen by the children, especially mental health and environment, and I'm very happy that children are aware about these subjects. And the criteria for choosing the winners was one was this subject, and also how clearly and competently the message has been delivered, and it has a feel of an ad. So congratulations to the winners. There are 3 clear winners, and everyone else has done well, and my best wishes to all the participants. Thank you.
We have different ways of expressing our feelings, right? Dance is one of the best ways to express ourselves. In India, we find different traditions and cultures, and dance being considered an important aspect of culture of any region has led to the different traditional dance forms that we have. But our generation is all about breaking free from the traditional barriers to open our minds and arms to what lies beyond, isn't it? Enter contemporary dance forms, a flexible range of dances that allow the scope and range of various dance forms with rarely any uniformity in terms of style or costumes, yet no chaos or confusion either. It incorporates modern Indian dances with choreography for cinema. And cinema brings us to a living legend, Satyajit Ray, a filmmaker, scriptwriter, documentary film director, author, essayist, lyricist, calligrapher, illustrator, magazine editor, and of course, music composer. His works have graced us in ways more than one. And as we stand on the 100th year of his birth anniversary, it is our duty to pay our tribute to the legend himself. And to judge the magnificent performances of our participants, we have Miss Rumeli Dotto Mujumdar ma'am, a disciple of Sri Kohinoor Sen Borat and a renowned dancer and choreographer from Kolkata. Over the years, Rumeli ma'am has been showcasing her rich excellence in various dance forms like creative Bharatanatyam, Robindra Nritya, and Bollywood dances. It is our absolute honor and privilege to have someone like her as our judge as we present to you Ada Moves, our most awaited
Last but definitely not the least event to commemorate and celebrate our Maharaja with his contributions to the industry of film, music, and art.
This year, the Academy Board of Governors has voted to award an honorary Oscar to the great Indian filmmaker Satyajit Ray.
আহা কি আনন্দ আকাশে বাতাসে আহা কি আনন্দ আকাশে বাতাসে শাখে শাখে পাখি ডাকে কত শোভা চারিপাশে শাখে শাখে পাখি ডাকে কত শোভা চারিপাশে আহা কি আনন্দ আকাশে বাতাসে আজকে মোদের বড়ই খুশির দিন আজকে মোদের বড়ই খুশির দিন আজ ঘরের বাঁধন ছেড়ে মোরা হয়েছি স্বাধীন হয়েছি স্বাধীন মহারাজা মহারাজা মোরা বাংলাদেশের থেকে মোরা সাদা সিধা মাটির মানুষ দেশে দেশে যায় মোদের নিজের ভাষা ভিন্ন ভাষা জানা নাই দেখো রে নয়ন মিলে জগতের বাহার জগতের বাহার দিনের আলোয় দিনের আলোয় কাটে রাজা দিল খবর ছবর কিনবন যা চাই খুশি খাইতে পারি যেখানে খুশি যাইতে পারি সারিরা বামাগারি সাজাইতে পারি এমন সুন্দর তোমার সালাম
ওরে হাল্লা রাজার সেনা ওরে হাল্লা রাজার সেনা তোরা যুদ্ধ করে করবি কি তা বল? মিথ্যে অস্ত্র শস্ত্র ধরে প্রাণটা যেন যাইবে ঘুরে
সৃষ্টির মনের কথা মনে হয় দেশ সৃষ্টির মনের কথা আমাদেরই আন্তরিকতাতে আমাদেরই সন্দেহের ছায়াপাত টেনে এনে ব্যথা খুঁজে আনা
মিথ্যে অস্ত্র শস্ত্র ধরে প্রাণটা যেন যাইবে ঘুরে রাজ্যে রাজ্যে পরস্পরে দ্বন্দ্বে অমঙ্গল রাজ্যে রাজ্যে পরস্পরে দ্বন্দ্বে অমঙ্গল তোরা যুদ্ধ করে করবি কি তা
ভয় নেই প্রিয়তমা এমন দিন এনে দেব দেখো সেনাবাহিনী বন্দুক নয় শুধু গোলাপের তোড়া হাতে কুচকাওয়াজ করবে।
দেখো রে দেখো রে দেখো রে নয়ন মিলে, দেখো রে নয়ন মিলে জগতের বাহার, জগতের বাহার, জগতের বাহার, জগতের বাহার। আহা কি আনন্দ আকাশে বাতাসে, আহা কি আনন্দ আকাশে বাতাসে, আহা কি আনন্দ আকাশে বাতাসে। শাখে শাখে পাখি ডাকে কত শোভা চারিপাশে, শাখে শাখে পাখি ডাকে কত শোভা চারিপাশে, আহা কি আনন্দ আকাশে বাতাসে।
We're all going through hard times. But remember, life is not the way it's supposed to be. It's the way it is. The way you cope is what makes the difference. And in these trying times, nothing is more therapeutic than dance and music. Music is what feeling sounds like, and dancing is freedom. Namaskar, I'm Rameli, Indian creative dancer and choreographer, and it was an amazing and wonderful experience altogether to judge this year's AIS Inter-School Cultural Fest Adaxenia 2021. And I was overwhelmed to see some amazing dance performances by the candidates who participated this year. The different techniques and forms that they used, the interpretations of the emotions that they bring into their performances were amazing. I wish them good luck for the future, and my heartfelt thanks are to Adamas International School for inviting me to do the honors. Thank you.
The iconic character from Gossip Girl, Blair Waldorf, taught us fashion is the most powerful art there is. It's movement, design, and architecture all in one. It shows the world who we are and who we'd like to be. Let's keep aside high-end brand spectacle of premium clothing range pageant. Who's in for an array of traditional garments? They say fashion speaks the story of a country. Indeed, it does. Highlighting the theme of the ethnic and vibrant folk culture of India, you are about to witness a captivating virtual fashion show presentation. It's a great pleasure for me to introduce our judge for the upcoming event, Mr. Archit Rai. Model, fashion choreographer, and vocalist Mr. Archit Rai is the former Secretary Assistant and Fashion Convener at the Pragati Bangla organization. He is working as a model for the Looks as Fashion magazine in Dubai, Asian Pacific Agency, and Philippines. He has also successfully choreographed many shows of known personalities like Arijit Datta, Arpita Bose, and Tanushree Sengupta. Without further delay, Adaxenia 2021 brings to you its next event, Ada Glam.
One of the most culturally prosperous states of India, West Bengal is filled with surprises. Bengal has traditionally been the abode of folk culture in India. For centuries together, folk arts and crafts occupied a conspicuous position in the life of the rural people of Bengal. Though customs, beliefs, and rituals have varied widely, traditional storytelling, dancing, singing, festivities, and ceremonies, along with processions and social gatherings, have been universally prevalent. We, the students of Adamas International School, invite you on such a glorious journey of the Lokosangoskriti or the folk culture of West Bengal, presenting to you Roots to Roots.
नैन मोरे तरस गई रे आजा बलम परदेसी नैन मोरे तरस गई रे आजा बलम परदेसी পানসা জলে সাই ভাষায় সাগরেরও বানে আমি জীবনের ভেলা ভাসাইলাম কেউ না তা জানে রে
অকুল দরিয়ায় বুঝি কুল নাই রে আমায় ডুবাইলি রে আমায় ভাসাইলি রে অকুল দরিয়ায় বুঝি কুল নাই
साजन मोरे घर आवे
साजन मोरे घर आवे आत्मन सुख पावे
आत्मन सुख पावे
साजन मोरे घर आवे साजन मोरे घर आवे
ভেঙে মোর ঘরের চাবি নিয়ে যাবি কে আমারে
ভেঙে মোর ঘরের চাবি নিয়ে যাবি কে আমারে
ও বন্ধু আমার না পেয়ে তোমার দেখা একা একা দিন যে আমার কাটে না রে
ভেঙে মোর ঘরের চাবি নিয়ে যাবি কে আমারে ভেঙে মোর ঘরের চাবি নিয়ে যাবি কে আমারে
জয় রাধার নামে পাগল হয়ে থাকবো মগনা জয় রাধার নামে পাগল হয়ে থাকবো মগনা
না 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 ছেড়ে দেব না
তোমায় গীত মাঝে
is Orchit Rai. I'm a professional model, groomer, and fashion choreographer. I'm very much thankful to Adamas International School যে আমাকে এত ভালো একটা অপরচুনিটি দেওয়ার জন্য। আই এম গ্ল্যাড অ্যান্ড অবলাইজড। এই প্যান্ডামিক সিচুয়েশনে প্রত্যেকটা স্কুল, প্রত্যেকটা পার্টিসিপেন্ট যেভাবে বাড়ির মধ্যে থেকে ফোক থিম ওয়াইজ তাদের অ্যাটেয়ার, মেকআপ এবং ব্যাকগ্রাউন্ড মিউজিকের সাথে যেভাবে র্যাপ ওয়াক করে মাধ্যমে জিনিসটাকে রিপ্রেজেন্ট করা হয়েছে, আমার প্রত্যেকটা স্কুলের পারফরমেন্স খুবই ভালো লেগেছে। কিন্তু যেহেতু কম্পিটিশন এটা একটা ফার্স্ট সেকেন্ড থার্ড তো আছেই অবশ্যই, তো কিছু কিছু একটা স্কুল আছে যাদের খুব ভালো পারফরমেন্স করেছে। আমি একটা এক্সাম্পল শুধুমাত্র দেবো এখানে। সাঁওতালি মেয়ে একজন প্রেজেন্ট করেছে, তার ফেশিয়াল এক্সপ্রেশন, বডি ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ, কস্টিউম এবং তার র্যাম্প ওয়াক ছিল পারফেক্ট। আরেকটা স্কুলও সাঁওতালি মেয়ে রিপ্রেজেন্ট করছে, তো সেখানে তার পায়ে হাই হিলস বুট। তো সাঁওতালি মেয়ের পায়ে হাই হিলস বুট তো কখনোই হতে পারে না। তো এইরকম ছোটো ছোটো কিছু কারণের জন্য কোনো স্কুল হয়তো ফার্স্ট হয়েছে, কোনো স্কুল সেকেন্ড হয়েছে, কোনো স্কুল থার্ড হয়েছে। বাট নেভার মাইন্ড, প্রত্যেকটা স্কুলের পার্টিসিপেন্টরা খুব খেটে জিনিসটাকে করেছে, খুব ভালোভাবে জিনিসটাকে রিপ্রেজেন্ট করেছে। আমি প্রত্যেককে জানাই মেনি কংগ্রাচুলেশন, বেস্ট উইশেস। তোমরা ইন ফিউচার আরও ভালো ভালো প্রজেক্ট করো, আরও ভালো ভালো কাজ করো। প্যান্ডেমিক সিচুয়েশন চলছে, আমরা সুস্থ থাকি, সবাই সাবধানে থাকি, মাস্ক স্যানিটাইজার সবাই ইউজ করি এবং আমি চাইবো প্রত্যেকে যেন আমি খুব তাড়াতাড়ি ভ্যাকসিনেটেড হতে পারি। সবাই ভালো থাকুন, সুস্থ থাকুন। গড ব্লেস ইউ অল। থ্যাংক ইউ।
Based on the overall performances in all the 8 events, the runners-up trophy goes to Asian International School. There are 2 schools tied for the first position. So, the winners for Adaxenia 2021 are Garden High School and Adamas International School.
On behalf of Adamas International School, it is my privilege to propose a vote of thanks and acknowledge the contribution of all those who have worked very hard to make this fest a success. On behalf of my school, I'm grateful to all the principals and heads of participating schools for being a part of our school fest. We are indebted to the judges who have taken out time from their busy schedule to contribute to the fest. A special mention to our Education Director, Mrs. Mollika Roy Ma'am, and Principal, Mrs. Mitra Sinha Roy Ma'am, for inspiring us to do our best. With a deep sense of gratitude and appreciation, we thank all the teachers involved and especially our IT team. Our sincere gratitude goes out to all parents and well-wishers for your support and encouragement. Thank you very much for joining the event.